Hello, Maddalena. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm in a bit of a rough mood.
Oh,
I'm in a
mm,
bit of a rough mood, I have to admit. I'm a little bit upset at
yeah.
some
What's going?
thing at some things I heard in an interview from someone who is not an expert.
Oh gosh.
Somebody who is not an expert and is it's just disappointing to see it. It pisses me off that none of these fucking people has ever read any Greek. How can they say what they're saying when they don't know the language? They haven't exposed themselves. How the fuck do they make any sort of statements?
Yeah.
Oh, God. It's amazing. We have to teach. I have to teach this skill to you so that you can go out there and fight the battle for this Renaissance material.
That's what I would like.
Oh God, how's it coming? I hope you're keeping up under the pressure. I hope you're able to hold up because let me be honest with you, this is a lot of material. A
Yeah.
lot of material. How are you holding up?
Um, I'm incredibly nervous, but I'm understanding it, if that is any consolation.
Fantastic. Good.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad that you're nervous and it bothers you. Right. But the fact that you still got that wind, you know what I mean? Wind is still at your back. You still are running and boom.
Yeah.
Good. That's what I want to hear. Okay. Shall we get started? Today, I want to start with your review. And what I want you to do is, oh, yeah, thanks, Joey. Yeah, 77.
Okay.
Maddalena and the voices in your head, please turn to page 77. This
Okay.
is a review. This
Hmm.
is a review, and I want you to go down to sentence number 8.
Okay.
Sentence number 8, and I just want you to read it out loud in Greek because we're
Okay.
always going to be reading it in Greek first.
Hmm.
And then
Okay.
I want you to just kind of talk through how you think you should translate this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Number 8.
Okay. Ton philon teleoses dora kai theois kai anthropos pimpane.
Beautiful. Pronunciation is great. I don't have any problems. Love your rose. You're trilling it. And I love that. I'm supposed to, but I tend to digress back to that non-trilled form. Anywho, beautifully done. Beautifully adequately done. Now that I've been stalling, you should have had time to look for the verbs. Where are the verbs in
Yeah.
that sentence?
It's Galeuses and pimpane.
Good. Let's identify those. What is Kaleoses?
Um, uh, Galeuses is it's um, um
I'm going to make him drink himself to death. That's what I'm going to do. The guy that said this shit, I'm going to make him drink himself to death. Okay.
oh god.
Anyway,
Uh,
Kaleoses. Yeah. What is it? What
um,
tense do you think it is?
I was thinking it was oh god, like
Take that down.
future
Future
indicative.
indicative. What person and number, please?
Um, uh, uh, um, a second. Sorry, second. Simple, or I mean,
Second person
person
singular.
singular simple. I don't know why I said
Singular.
that.
That's okay.
God,
That's okay.
you know what I mean.
Look, when a ballerina makes a misstep
Hmm.
and her instructor yells at her and says, "Go back on point," or whatever, because she came off a point, she doesn't have to apologize for that. And I don't want you to
Yeah.
apologize for anything. I am
Okay.
correcting you. That's all. It is a second person singular. That's what we're looking for. Good.
So it'd be you will be Leos. Um Kaleo.
Yeah, what is Kilelwo? Do you remember what that would mean?
Kaleo, is that one order command?
There you go. Let's
Okay.
try that.
You will be ordering or you
Hmm.
will be ordering. Okay. Yeah. Um and then I'll go to the other verb and do that
Okay,
one? Or
good, good.
should I go stick with one side and then go to the
No,
other
just
side?
tell me. I just want you to identify what is pimpain, right?
Oh,
Because
it's
it doesn't. Go ahead.
it's um well to send, but then the aim is
Uh-huh. You
uh
got it. Keep going.
I
You're right there. Oh God.
know. Oh,
What do
it's
you
is
call
it
this
just
thing?
present?
What do you call this thing? Yes, but what is it an indicative? Is it an infinitive?
Oh, it's an infinitive, right?
Good. It's an
Yeah, I always
infinitive.
forget about those ones.
Yes. Now, they were just doing basic IDs, right? But line up
Yeah.
all the perps, identify them, right?
Hmm.
So, what do we have there, pimping? We've got an infinitive. And why do we have an infinitive? Because when you're going to order somebody, you're going to order them to do something.
Okay.
You need an infinitive with this verb to order to tell you what exactly you're going to be doing. Right? We're going to order
Hmm.
them to what? Order them to send
Send
something, apparently, right?
send the gift, right?
Fantastic. Okay, now go ahead and I'm going to let you just translate.
Oh, okay.
Know that if you start with your main verb, which is
Hmm.
kaleoses, right?
Hmm.
If you start with your verb, good. That's the best place. So, yeah, if you get lost. Now I'm going to let you spin your wheels or get it, but
Okay.
it's your stage.
Oh, so you'll send a gift.
Why sending? Say order.
Sorry, order. You'll order um mm,
Look for something in the accusative because you're going to order somebody to do something. So
yeah.
that
Well,
ordering,
order the friend.
there you go. There you go.
Okay. I just was trying to make sense of it. Okay.
Don't
Uh,
make sense. Don't make sense.
yeah.
Just think
So
logic.
you will order the friend um
Pimpin.
to send a
Good.
gift.
No, not
Um.
singular.
Oh,
Dora.
sorry.
Dora, plural.
Dora. Oh,
Mhm.
send gifts.
Good.
Um. And
Kai, Kai.
Kai. Oh.
Both A and B. And those are datives. So you should think about to, for, or
Yeah.
with when you translate.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. To the gods.
Uh huh.
To the gods, man.
To both
God,
gods.
gods
Yeah.
and man.
There you go.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's
Yeah.
what the Kai Kai is doing. It's
Okay.
saying, you got A over here, gods, and you got B, but it's both of them that we're doing this to, right? Good.
Yeah.
Dora, right? Send
Hmm.
those gifts. What kind of gifts are we sending to the gods? Don't try to make sense of this crap, right?
I
It's
know.
made up. It's
Uh,
made up. It's made up. So all I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
is getting you to visualize the archaeology, the field survey, the physical evidence we've got. That's all. Okay,
Okay.
look at number 7. Oh, anthrope. God damn it. Can you see in the parentheses below that it says vocative?
Vocative, yeah. So it's command or
No,
directed to, right?
that's an imperative.
Oh,
Don't
okay. Yeah,
imperatives
yeah.
or commands. Vocative is address.
Address. Okay.
Yeah.
So, oh man.
Oh, dude.
Oh, dude.
Right?
Uh,
Because no, I'm serious. If it were man, I would let you translate it as man.
mhm.
If it were aner, which is their word for, the male versus the female, the masculine. Anthrope is so
Mhm.
focused on the mortality. This is how it's used in classical Greek. It's a focus on the mortality of the individual. So it's just like, it's a lot like just mortals, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's why I
Mankind.
prefer dude. That's why I prefer
Uh-huh.
dude, because you can say the same thing to a woman, dude, right?
Yeah.
Oh, anthrope. But if you want to translate it, oh man, go ahead. But I think it's not as elegant. Go ahead.
Um, oh man. And then Paideus
Uh-huh.
on double accusative.
Look, everybody,
Sorry.
she jumped right to the verb. No, at the end. This is good.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you keep telling me you're sorry?
Oh
Please
yeah, I'm so
stop
sorry.
doing
I'm
it.
sorry that I'm saying that.
No, you're hindering your own efforts. Okay.
Yeah.
Imagine if that ballerina said she was sorry every time she did something, right? No, no,
Hmm.
no. It's technique. That's all we're doing is giving technique. Beautiful. You jumped right to the verb. Look at your strong point. You went right to the heart. Paideres. Identify paideres, please.
It's is it is is it also oh I'm sorry.
No,
Oh God.
no, you're not sorry,
I'm
right? You
I just
look
keep
what you
looking at the
don't have
wrong
to be
one.
sorry. You know what you are. You're doing. Let me tell you honestly. Stop for a second.
I'm overwhelmed as well.
Yes, you are. You're doing a pull up. That's all. You're doing a pull up. Now you happen to be doing a pull up in front of a whole bunch of people who are watching you. So I'm sure that that doesn't make you comfortable. But let's make you as comfortable as possible and say, look, it's just a pull up. And you know why you're struggling here? Because I did not emphasize with you page 55. Please go there now. These
Yeah.
are the verbs in their 6 principal parts. You lost, Chewy? Page 55.
I was gonna say that I don't really I'm not like super familiar with what the principal parts are.
Right. You're doing your push ups and you know that you need some work. Here's the trick with the principal parts. Put that up. Look at these 4 verbs, memorize their principal parts, and you absolutely cannot go wrong. Now, we're about to go into an exam. So, we're going to do it right now. Just look at the first verb, keleo, keleoso, e kelosa. Ke keloka, ke kelosmai, e kelosden. Now, really quick as we're cramming for this
Mhm.
exam, right? Because I got to get you to do a certain number of pull-ups, right?
Yeah.
Right. You only need the first 3 principal parts today. So forget
Uh,
about 4, 5, and 6.
yeah.
Just look at 1, 2, and 3. Keleo, keleoso, e
Mhm.
kelosa. Okay,
Yeah.
there it is. That's how you're going to know exactly what tense. When I yell at you and I say identify that verb, you're going to be
Hmm.
able to respond because you're going to be able to tell if it's from that first, second, or third principal part. That's it. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at luo, luo, luso, elusa. No problem. No problem. Paideo, paideoso, e
Mhm.
paideosa.
Yeah.
Okay. I want you
Hmm.
to be able to look at the verbs in this review and tell me, are they from that first, second, or third principal part? Pimpo, pimpso, epimpsa. Now
Yeah.
here's the real cheat. Focus on this. The first principal part is the present and the imperfect,
Oh,
right? It's the
okay.
present and the imperfect. The second principal part is the future. The third is the aorist. So if you have an ending that looks aorist, that's going to
Hmm.
tip you off right away. If you have one of these generics like this omega or the ace that we see, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Those look the same. There you're going to have to determine, oh, well, look, kiloso is the second principal part. It's got that sigma for the future, so this has got to be the future. So
Yeah.
right now, I want you to sit there and I want you to speak out loud so that I can hear you do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna put her up there on my screen, big. Let me see. I'm gonna stare right into her face and make her nervous as fuck, like like I'm a drill sergeant, right? Because I'm trying to teach you not to think about what you're doing. Are you ready?
Hmm.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to say kaleo,
Cool.
kaleoso, e keleosa. I want you to
Okay.
say that 5 times, please. Go.
Kaleo, Kaleosa, Akelo, Akeleosa,
E keleosa. Hit your accents.
Kaleosa. Okay.
Hit your accents. God damn it.
Akelosa. Kaleo, Kaleoso, Akelosa.
Yes. Now you can sit down. Look at the book. No, you don't have the book in front of you.
Yeah, I
Do you
do.
have the book? Okay,
Uh-huh.
here's what I want you to do. I want you to stare directly into the words, and as you say it, I want you to feel each of those letters. Right? It's that
Mhm.
familiarity. Kaleo. Oh God, could you feel the digamma in the upsilon there? Kaleo.
Kaleo,
Kaleoso.
Kaleoso.
Yeah,
Eh.
look how you dragged it out, right? Kiloso. Beautiful. How let me hear that arist.
Akelosa.
Oh, you know what? God damn it, a little British son of a bitch snuck up. God damn it. No. Say it again, and this time I don't want to hear an ooh at all.
Oh, Akeleosa.
Okay,
Is that better?
put the accent where it belongs.
Akeleosa.
There you go. Ekeleusa.
Akeleosa.
Ekeleusa. Ekeleusa.
Akeleosa.
I ordered them. I ordered them. Ekeleusa. Ekeleusa. Look, the accent is there. Ekeleusa. Right? Keleuo. Keleuso. Ekeleusa. Now you won't forget those
Akeleosa.
three.
Yeah.
Those three, just because you repeated it. You're now let's do it for Luo. You go ahead, Luo. Give me Luo.
Luo. Luso. Elusa. Um.
No. Keep going. Keep going. Do them again.
Lil.
Do them again. Do them
Oh.
all over
Okay.
until it's imprinted in
Leo.
your goddamn brain. Go for it.
Leo. Leoso. Elusa.
Luo.
Luo. Luo.
Luo.
Luo.
Yeah, you like that? Luo. Luso.
Luo. Luso.
Elusa.
Elusa.
See the accents on the
Yeah.
epsilon? Elusa.
Elusa.
Elusa. Listen to that. That
Elusa.
word elusa is 3 syllables. Elusa. It's 3 syllables. That is the perfect length for a classical Greek word. Why? Because of that accent. It can fall recessively all the way back and it feels fine. Do you understand? The
Mm-hmm.
Greeks
Yeah.
love this stuff. The Greeks
Mm-hmm.
love it. Okay, one more time. Luo, luso, elusa.
Luo, luso, elusa.
Good. Paideo, paideuso, epaideusa. Look where the accent is.
Mm-hmm.
Epaideusa.
Paideo, paideoso, epaideosai.
Beautiful, beautiful. And pimpo, pimpso, Epimpsa. Look at the accent. Epimpsa.
Pimpo, pimpso, epimpsa.
Beautiful. Now turn back. Right? It's just push ups. Now turn back to 77
Okay.
and go to sentence 5. 4 is a mishmash of bullshit. Don't,
I saw that.
yeah, okay. Don't worry about that. Don't, I should have told you not to waste your time on it, but that's okay. It's just prepositional phrases,
Yeah.
right? Okay, look at number 5, and I want you to tell me, go to the end.
Okay.
Epipompheta. Epip,
Epimpompheta.
epipompheta, right? Beautiful. Okay, look, that accent's 3 back as well. Isn't that gorgeous? Anyway, what is this? They're telling you it's a purpose clause, but that's the main verb. That's the
Yeah.
main verb,
hmm
right? So let's
Yeah.
identify that guy.
It's it's
Oh,
a
why?
amen
Why?
ete,
Why? God damn
right?
it. Go back. Go back to
What?
page
Oh God.
55.
No.
Oh, God. And
I
look at the
don't know.
fourth principal part. I only gave you 3 out of the 4. I sent you into combat with a goddamn meat cleaver against people with
Pim
guns. You understand me?
Bumpsa.
Look at number 4. Kekelauka is the fourth principal part of Kileo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Laluka for luo, Pepaidelka for paideo, and Pepomfa for
Bumpfa.
pimpo.
Why?
Pimpo. Oh God. Hey, before we leave these number 4s, right? There's something really sexy going on. Blow that up for me, Chewy. That's as big as you can get it. Do you see the repetition of the initial consonant?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Keleo becomes keke. Keke.
Keke.
Luo becomes lalu. Paideo becomes pepai. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Pimpo. Pepom. You're replicating that first consonant vowel combination. You're replicating it. Oh, God. It's absolutely gorgeous, right?
Yeah.
So when you see that thing replicated in a form like pepomfa, and then I throw at you page 77. Sorry, page 77. Look, now you got me doing it. God damn it. Go to page 77 and look at number 5. Look at
Mm-hmm.
number 5, the verb epipompheta. Epipompheta.
Epipompheta.
Yeah, what is that now? Now you know that's the fourth principal part.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also got an augment. What does it mean when the fourth principal part has an augment?
I don't know.
Oh, God. It's a whole nother, right? It's a whole nother tense. It's the pluperfect.
Yeah, is it second uh uh, uh
Good.
plural?
Second person plural. You nailed it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because why? Because you were working on your endings the other day.
Yeah.
You right?
Uh-huh.
And now you've got your endings down. You're like, oh shit, look at that. It's second person. It's a plural, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, so just translate epipompheta.
Epipompheta. Um you have
Oops.
uh had
There you go.
sorry. Oh, you had sent or
Good. That's it.
yeah.
Done.
Oh,
Done.
okay.
You had sent. Right? And from there, you can just mop up the sentence. You're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, what do we want? Oh, Stephanon, look.
Yeah.
Stephanon, look, that's an accusative, right? So you had
You
sent.
had sent
Yeah. A Stephanon, maybe? Remember what Stephanon is?
a crown.
Good.
Um uh is that like 4?
Paraton
Para Parpato.
Philon homeru with a homeru. Look at that. I switched the word order on there to
Hmm.
match the English a little bit better. Right?
Yeah,
That's something
the
that
friend of
tell you.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Crown for that.
You had sent a crown, right, to the friend of Homer. Horse, in order that what? In order
in
that,
order that
yeah,
uh
what do you think? Where's the
that
verb there?
it's um uh graph
Good,
saying
good. No, 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 you got it. You got it. You were going to say grafo, right?
graph, but
From
I thought
that
it was
first principal part.
right. Oh,
Yes. Grafo,
mm-hmm.
grapso,
Graph.
egrapsa,
Yeah.
gegrafa. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Where did we didn't learn those yet. Oh my God. Chewy. Back to the vocabulary. No, look, they're on page
It's
71.
to right,
71. Yes, it is,
right.
but I want you to visualize it
Oh,
because we're imprinting it on your brain.
that's fine.
Go to page 71. You'd love it. You know what I mean?
Um,
Grafo. Pretty soon you'll hunger for this. It's painful now, but grafo, grapso,
grapso. Yeah.
e grapsa. Yeah, you read that. What's that fourth principal part?
Oh, gegrapha.
Good. Hey, voices in Maddalena's head. Do you realize how quickly she's reading the Greek now? Right? Do you
Yep.
It's just been
realize
a
that
few
we've,
days.
yeah, right. Do you realize that the faster that you push somebody into it, the more their brain will compensate, right? She's worried about the grammar now, not about the pronunciation, right? Fantastic. Beautiful job. You see, it's just repetition, Maddalena. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so back to 77. That's grafo. Grafo. And now,
Graph.
why am
Um,
I using the book? Chewy, I can't use the book with, I mean, I still have to use the book. I can't use the flat screen unless we put it on the TV and it's giant. My cataracts are so fucking bad. Can you put it on? Well, you can't because we lose the camera. Camera or audio, we have to sacrifice. I'm not willing to do that. I'll hold the book. I'll hold the book, people. Okay, where are we? 5. Yep. What is Grap saying? What is Grap
grapsane.
saying?
Oh, it's optative, so it's might, aorist.
Fantastic. It's
Um,
might. Right? And
mhm.
and you knew it was Eris. Look how quickly you're able to identify, right? Oh my God, you did that so fast. I was setting up the next point, and I'm
The
not even
Gremlin.
beautiful, beautiful
Sorry.
job. And it's
That
translated
one
as
was me.
might.
Mine
It's
was dead and I
translated
forgot to
as
put
Might
might.
it
right,
after I
not
finished and it
might
died on
not
me. So
right
I
because of the
borrowed.
may. Sorry.
Yeah, might. And say that again, Madeline.
Might might
Might. Yes,
might
it's
not
right. It's
right.
right. Might is right. Right now, think about it. You could have chosen may.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You could have chosen something else, but you didn't. You are technically zeroing in on the Greek, right? That is all that's important. The fact that you're noticing that. Okay, before we cool down, because I want to cool down for a second here, go to number 3, please.
Okay.
3, please. Ara
Uh,
is going to indicate a question, and they put a
question. Yeah.
question mark right at the end.
Yeah.
Right? So as soon as you start reading, and this time I want you to read the
There.
whole thing in Greek
Okay.
and I out loud so we can love it. But
Okay.
as you're reading it, I want you to realize, Maddalena, this is what you're ultimately doing. You are learning how to track the Greek
Mhm.
without automatically translating.
Yeah.
What the hell do I mean exactly? Let me express that. Your temptation as you're translating will be just to run out and to do a direct English translation, just
Uh-huh.
word for word, just trot it out. I don't want you to be doing that. As
Mhm.
you're reading the Greek, pronouncing it, hearing it in your own ears, and looking at it with your eyes, I want you to be able to understand that there are keys that will open this door, and you're not going to rush to translation until you find the keys. And
Mhm.
the key that you're looking for is the verb right
Mhm.
now.
Yeah.
That's everything.
Mhm.
So, having said that, go ahead and read it. And as you're reading it to yourself, kind of subconsciously be thinking about where's the verb?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Ara pro tes niches um, egeleusate egeleusate tus philos tais theois thusai hopos e phlostoien ten horan.
Okay, that was good and a little bit creepy because you substituted an Athenian, an Attic. You created an Attic slip by going back to the Pulaskian. You did that naturally. I thought that was gorgeous, but unusual. Okay, let's go. Where's the main verb? Ekeleusate. Can you
Mhm.
identify that, please?
It's um Ekaleosate. Um, uh, is it future?
Is it
No.
future? I'm gonna let you answer
Sorry.
that. I'm gonna let you answer
Uh,
that.
Sate. No, it's aorist indicative
Good,
acronym, right?
good.
Okay.
Aorist,
So,
indicative,
eh,
beautiful. Aorist, right? And what
mhm.
person and number?
Um, uh, uh, plural, second. You,
Second person plural. So that's
you
the
have, yeah.
good. Now translate it. Just what does it mean? You
You've
plural what?
you've released or destroyed. Wait,
Kaleo.
Kaleo. Oh,
Kaleo.
it's command. Is it commanding?
Good. Command.
Sorry,
Good.
you have command.
Excellent.
Okay.
Good.
Um. Uh.
You commanded.
You
And you know what?
commanded.
It's an ara at the front. So when I told you to have your mind on looking for the verb,
Have you
realize that
commanded?
with an ara on the front, now I'm
Uh-huh.
teaching how to use the ara. With an
Okay.
ara on the front, the
Mm-hmm.
Greek mind is already processing that verbally. So in
Yeah.
other words, it indicates a question. You're going to be thinking about your verb as a
Okay.
question.
Mm-hmm. So
So
it'd be
did
have you
you?
commanded or did
Not
you?
have you, that would
Oh,
be a
not.
perfect,
Okay. Did
right?
you?
Good.
Yeah. Did you command?
Hmm.
Um. Buff. Well, hold on.
Yeah. Your friends, the Philus, yeah.
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 Your friends.
Uh-huh.
uh,
Look for an infinitive. You know we got to have another verb. You got to command them to do something, right? So
Oh, it's is it oh, it's to sacrifice?
good.
Thusai.
Brilliant. And is that a present infinitive or an aorist? What is that thing?
Um, I um,
Look at the root. Yeah, thus. Which one is that?
it's Eris. Sorry. Yeah,
Yes, it's
because
aorist.
it's I. Yeah, I have to go through it
Thuos,
in my
thuso,
brain.
yes. Yes, yeah. It's aorist for many reasons, not just because it's
Oh.
thus, not just because it's thus, it's got the aorist stem in it, but
Hmm.
also because, as you noted, that's an aorist
Yeah.
infinitive ending. Yeah.
Hmm.
And does that matter? Does that matter? Yes, it matters because you are setting the aspect. You're setting the aspect. So is this something that's continuous or is it something that's a one-shotter? This is a one-shotter from an aorist.
Oh.
Good.
Okay.
Good. So did you command them to what? To
To
sacrifice?
sacrifice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Who are we sacrificing to? Tais theos.
The gods.
Yeah. Yeah. Now there's one little phrase before we get to hopos because that's our purpose clause.
Uh-huh.
There's one little phrase we left out. We left out the
Oh, it's
prep. No, it's okay.
before.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
The prepositional phrase on the front. Pro,
Hmm.
tes, nikes. Remember, you can translate your prepositions. You can translate your prepositional phrases by themselves. Okay.
Okay.
By themselves. So it's not like a big mistake. Just go ahead and translate protestnikes. What would that mean?
Before the victory, right?
Before the
Or
victory in battle, right?
okay. Hmm.
Before before we won, did you order the dudes that are friendly? Did you order them to sacrifice to the gods? Hopos in order that
In
what?
order that oh uh um philosophing that that one is it's another optative,
Optative, beautifully done.
but so it's
Is it a
is it
present
present?
optative?
Present?
Yes, it's not an
Okay.
aorist optative because
Yeah.
that's fulato,
It would be
fulaxo, e fulaxa with a xi. So this is definitely
ois
not their
oi. Yeah.
aorist,
Okay.
right? Let's
Mm-hmm.
do those principal parts one more time because those are
Ois oi.
back on page
Oi meus.
71.
Oh,
Back on
okay.
page 71. Look at the bottom of the page at fulato and just talk.
Fulato.
Give me the first four principal parts of fulato.
Okay. Fulato. Fulaxo. Effulaxa. Effulaxa. Um, Befulacha.
Good. That's all you need to know right now for this test. So
Okay.
let's keep it at that and then go back to the example number 3,
Mhm.
and it's fulatoyan. Fulatoyan. So yeah, you're right. It's that present optative. And what person and number is that? That's the oimi
Um,
people.
is it is it third person plural?
Beautiful. And
So
that's
they might
good.
guarded.
Uh-huh.
They might have guarded.
They might guard. You just
They
say
might
they
guard.
might
Oh,
guard.
okay.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
What are they guarding? Tain horan. Do you remember? You hate this word. Do you remember what
Hold
it is?
on. The land
Yeah, the
country.
land. Good.
Yeah.
Good, good, good. Beautiful. Now look, that's a long sentence with a
Yeah.
whole bunch of words in it, and it's even got a main clause and a subordinate clause. Absolutely wonderful. I
Hmm.
love it. It's complex. So there you go. You just translated the whole thing, and look, it comes
Hey.
down to not some magic, but just being
Mm.
able to identify mostly the verb. Mostly the verb. Everything else is just vocabulary, right?
Okay. Yeah.
You got to remember that things in the genitive are translated of, things in the dative are translated to, for, with, right? And
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
in the
That's
accusative are the
it's
object.
hard for
Yes.
some reason for me.
Okay. Now I want you to talk. Tell me, how's that
Okay.
feel going through that?
Great. I think I need a lot more practice, but I mean, I'll get there.
You need the time,
Hmm.
and your
Yeah.
time is cut short.
That's
It's
okay.
it's cut short, right? So either you're
Yeah.
going to have to stay up at night every night and study for hours, right? And
Hmm.
memorize, or you're going to have to be on the ball like right now. And
Yeah.
you have done, I can tell, enough time outside of instruction that you've committed much to memory.
I'm
Okay,
trying my
so
best.
it's a lot. Are you overwhelmed a little bit? Because it's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But I mean, I also enjoy it, so that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Good. I'm glad we're still there. Hopefully I can squeeze out enjoyment that you may have and just leave you, desiccated
Oh, great.
and,
Thank you.
there, no soul left to give, right?
No, psyche.
Fantastic. No, that's what Greek does, and that's the way. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take our break now,
Okay.
and I'm going to come back at about 15 after.
Okay.
And this is what I need you to do. If I hope you have time. And by the way, it doesn't matter to me if you do it with a group or if you
Okay.
do it by yourself. It does not matter.
Okay.
But what I need you to do, because look, we just went through some of the review
Mm-hmm.
and did those sentences. What I need you to do now is go back to the review on 77. Go to the top of the page.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the top of the page and do one, two, and three.
Okay.
No, not three. We did three.
No,
One,
we did
two,
three.
and which is the one we skipped down below?
We
Fudge.
did we did we did 8 and 7 and
We did
right?
so
We
much.
didn't do 6 though.
You're so fast. Okay, do six, one, two, and six, please.
Okay.
One, two, and six. I don't care how you get through them, but I want you to be able to identify everything about them because when we
Okay.
come back, and you know what, I don't need until we're going to be a little bit. If you can be flexible today,
Yeah.
we're going to be a little bit goofy on schedule, but I need to get you ready. 8 o'clock,
Sure.
my time. It's 7:42 my time. I'm coming back at 8 o'clock, so
Okay.
you've got 15 minutes,
Okay.
and I
All right.
according to that. And I need you in those 15 minutes to do those three sentences. If you want to listen to the voices in your head while you're doing
Mhm.
it, it doesn't matter to me. Okay?
Okay. Uh,
So you just go and do that. When I come back, I'm going to grill you on them as I would normally.
mhm.
But I want you to see how you can get yourself to that point that you're on with everything.
Okay.
Okay? So go
Oh,
for it. One, two, and
alrighty.
six.
All right. Um, you see it was were where are we? It paideoin were educated.
Okay. Give yourself a break. Give
Wow.
yourself a break. All right. Do you
You're
see?
early, man. You're early.
Do you see how it's a workout? Do you get? I know I'm jumping in to surprise everyone. Do you see how it's a workout?
Yeah.
Okay. Make it. Uh, where'd we go? Did we get lost? No. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Make it so. Make it so that you take a short break mentally. You just did reps, right? You're trying to do
Yeah.
reps, trying to get this stuff done. So now you're going to take a break, but this is intensive. We don't take a break like everybody takes a break. Bring me up the Bible, please, Chewy.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I just want you to see that your Greek is applicable, that I want you to feel. Now, you've seen me talk about these verses a thousand
Mm-hmm.
times, right?
Uh-huh.
But now I want you to look at it through the eyes of somebody. Can you move this, Chewy, so she can see the whole thing? There you go. Can she see what I see? Okay, I got a big white screen in front of me. You got
All
that with
right.
Mark 14:51?
Yep.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. Read it in Greek.
Okay. Kaineniskos tis sunekolu thei auto oi autoi peribeblumenos sindona epi gumno kai kratusin
Oh
auton.
my God, that is good pronunciation. Right? That is exactly what I'm wanting. But beautiful. Maddalena, absolutely gorgeous. Now,
Thanks.
check this out, what you just did. You just read through all those Greek words, right? You're
Mm-hmm.
putting together, your mind is putting together the pieces while you're there. Look at this one. Kratusin.
Mm-hmm.
Kratusin. Yeah, to take a hold of or to arrest, right? Right? Kaine. Oh, so that's, oh my God. Isn't it? Look, it looks like a regular verb, doesn't it? It looks like
Mm-hmm.
kratusin, right?
Yeah.
Oh God. So there's this neoniskos. Sune koluthe, following autoi him. Peribeble menos. That is a participle that you have not yet seen. But I
Mm-hmm.
want you to know that this is a type of a verb.
Okay.
It's a verb, rightly, it's a verbal adjective. Okay. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
verb that's going to take on the forms of nouns and adjectives. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn straight. And all it does is set for you the environment of what's going on. That's all. It just tells you,
Mm-hmm.
right? What's going on while all this stuff is happening? Well, this kid, he's been peribeble menos. He's been wrapped, right?
Yeah.
What has he done? He's wrapped to sintona epicumnu. Look, here's a prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase. You learned epi, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just epi with the genitive. It's positional on,
Yeah.
right? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
God. Nice. It has a slight edge of covering, right? Epi, as if you would lay a covering on something like a fig leaf on Michelangelo if you were a Catholic in the Middle Ages, right? Right?
Yeah.
That's what epi does.
Mm-hmm.
That's what and it does that to his nakedness. Give me the next one, Chewy. Now, Maddalena, read this one. Go ahead.
Hod hode katalipon tensidona gumnos. Wait. I'm sorry. I was looking at the bottom one.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Okay. I didn't know if they were different. E effugain.
Good.
Effugain.
Good. Good. Right? Oh God. More verbs. Look, this is another nice participle here. The
Catalipon.
the the Greeks love these participles. They absolutely love them, right? So
Yeah.
it's literally like, look at the beauty of this construction. It's the definite article with just the
Mm-hmm.
de, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ho de katalipon, the one who was leaving behind,
Mm-hmm.
right? His sindona effugen, he fled gumnos, naked. Right?
Yeah.
There he is, the naked kid with Jesus. Now, what I want you to do though is notice that you've really been concentrating right from the beginning on just the words, just the alphabet and the words.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me, how do you feel? Go ahead, take me back. Please tell me, how do you feel?
Awesome.
Okay. Okay. You feel solid with that? You feel like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, look, I've made the step of now putting these letters on my hard drive.
Yeah.
I think I got it. Right? Do
Yeah.
you
Mm-hmm.
feel that coming?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Good. And it's good that you noticed there were different versions there, by the way. It's good that you noticed that. That was
Yeah.
fantastic. Okay. To your sentences, please. Give me the one that you can do best
Mm.
from the review that you just did. Which
Uh,
one?
I did the first one pretty well.
Okay, read it to me and then translate it. I'm not going to say a word. I'm just going to listen to
Okay.
you.
All right. Okay, so what? God, sorry. Cruson Huson de Pimpsusin était et boulé était ecclesia ecclesiae hinapause o demos ton polemon.
Fantastic. Now, tell us all how you're going to translate this.
Okay. Um, find the verbs pimpsusin and pausei, and pimpsusin has the ps on it, the psi, and is the what was it? Did I mark my stuff? It was a third principal part,
Okay.
and
Could it be
uh,
is it definitely the third principal part?
not no, it could be second. Sorry.
Good.
Um,
Just consider that in your calculations. Consider
yeah,
that.
I saw. I didn't notice the episode. Um, and the ending on it is uh usin, and it is um um I thought it was future indicative, right?
Good. Good. It
And
is.
yeah, okay. Yeah, third person plural, they will be sending. Um,
Good. Good.
and then I went to the other verb, and it's pause, and that one is aorist subjunctive, so it's might stop, and or may have stopped. Sorry. May
May.
he
You got it.
she
You got it
he
with
she
May.
it may have stopped. Um, and then I noticed hodemos is nominative, so uh, the people, they will send. In fact, the gold. In fact, the people, they will be sending the gold. Um, or to the council or to the assembly.
Okay, I'm gonna make one.
Okay.
I'm gonna make no, no, no. I'm gonna make one correction
Uh-huh.
that's gonna stop the spinning of the wheels.
Okay.
Structurally,
Yeah.
you see the henna.
Yeah. In order that.
Yeah. So everything that's following that is going
Uh-huh.
to be part of the purpose clause. What
Okay.
comes before it is your main clause. So you
Okay.
need to start with your verb or your main clause. Pimpsus.
Oh, so it's they will. Sorry,
Good. Good.
I didn't
Good.
mean to
Good.
interrupt. They will send the. In fact, they will send the gold to the council or to the assembly.
Beautiful. Great.
In order
Fantastic.
that um the people might stop the war,
Almost not might, but
or may
yeah.
have stopped.
No, no, no. Look, listen to what you're doing. You're filling in tense. Just do may
May
stop.
stop. Okay.
In,
May
in order
stop.
that the people may stop the war.
Okay. Yeah.
Gorgeous. It doesn't need a tense there. In a purpose clause, you don't
Mm-hmm.
screw the tense. Don't
Okay.
worry about the tense. There is no
I'll write that
tense.
down.
And why is that? No, it's an important thing that you brought up. Why
Uh-huh.
is that? Because it's your main verb that is determining the tense. That
Uh-huh.
subordinate, that little subordinate fucker, that that verb in the purpose clause,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have enough guts to produce a tense because the main verb is doing it, right?
Okay.
So you
That
can think of
makes
it that way.
sense.
Beautiful translation.
Okay.
Beautiful translation. Now look, now you just translated Greek. How's it feel?
Good. That one was nice.
Yeah. Okay, which one was the worst? Which one was the worst?
Well, I had all the pieces to number two,
Uh-huh.
but I couldn't really put it together very well.
Okay, let's do number two. Do number two then.
Okay. So, homen homeros tas anthropon psuchas techne I doroi ton theon pepaideuken hoi de adelphos ergois.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Um, so the verb is pepaideuken, um, which is third person singular. He, she, it has educated.
Good. And that's it. You translate it as a perfect, which is perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice. Good. So
Um,
somebody has educated. Good.
somebody has educated um Homer. Homer.
No, no, no. What case is Homer in?
So, well, I thought Homer was. I mean, he's not. Is he not? Oh, okay. Um,
Homer is in the nominative case, so he's got to be the
yeah. So
somebody.
is he the one who's educating? Is
Yes.
has educated. Wait,
Yes.
is
Exactly.
okay.
Homer has
Homer's
educated.
educated, and I've been trying to figure out who. So I thought it was the souls of the people,
Good.
the craft.
Yeah, what do you do with the craft there, the techne?
Yeah.
Yeah, try
It
to, for, or with.
two four with okay with art with the
With
craft
craft, with skill, you could
with
say.
skill. Okay.
Good.
Um and then it with gifts
Yeah,
to the god.
this is really tough. That's what the words mean. Now we
Uh-huh.
just got to figure out what do you
Where
do
they
with
go.
that
So
doroi?
yeah, Doroi. So
It is telling you what the techne that
oh
comes before it is. Now, the unfortunate problem here is there's a comma between techne and doroi, but
yeah,
there isn't in the original. Those commas are
yeah.
our invention.
Okay,
It
yeah.
is trying to tell you what the skill is. Homer has educated the souls
Oh,
of people with craft, a craft that is the
gifts.
doroi ton theon.
Okay, the the gifts of the god.
Yes, right. It's his gift, baby. Right?
But it also has min day, so it's like on the one hand. So how
Right.
what is the back? I don't understand how to structure that
Okay,
back
that's
the
exactly what I wanted you to see. Get ready for something gorgeous in Greek.
okay.
It's the min and the de
Uh-huh.
clause.
Yeah.
Okay, what did it mean to the Greeks? It meant on one hand this thing, on the other hand that thing. So we're going to set up some kind of comparison or contrast.
Okay.
Apples on this side, min,
Hmm.
oranges on that side, de. So look at what it's doing. Homin homeros. Just look at the phrase surrounding men. On
Mhm.
the one hand, Homer,
Homer. On the one hand,
Hode
yeah,
Adelphos. On the other hand, his
the
brother.
brothers, his brother's work.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that weird? Look what they did. So, what are they doing? They're saying because this is how the Greek is working,
Okay.
because these two things are being compared or contrasted, what we're
Mhm.
going to do is leave everything out for the death except for what's different. So, the only thing that's different is in this case, it's the brother, not Homer, doing the educating. We
Yeah.
don't need to put a verb there because we know it's the same verb that we're talking about. On the one
Hmm.
hand, Homer has educated the souls of men with skill, which is the gift of the gods. On the other hand, ho adelphos, so there's our subject with the same verb,
With, yeah,
mhm, and then a dative
a dative.
telling
So,
you how his brother does it.
yeah,
Okay, with
skill with
indeeds,
deeds.
ergois,
Oh, okay.
and right,
Hmm. Okay.
right. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Okay, so on the one hand, Homer has educated the souls of men, right, with a skill that is the gift of the gods. On the other hand, his brother has done everything by deeds. Right? So
Yeah.
Homer's sitting there with his words. That's essentially what they're trying to compare. They're using this, what the editors are not throwing in there to make it easier for you is there's this constant comparison in Mother Greek between doing something actually
Hmm.
and speaking out that thing. There's a
Okay.
big difference between words and actions, right? Right? Speech and action for some reason for them is a huge. So that's behind this, why they're what they're doing. Notice that
Okay.
we have instrumental datives. Oh God, with that skill, that's an instrument, right?
Uh-huh.
Apposition, that's what the techne and the
Yeah.
doroi is doing. And the ellipsis of the verb in the parentheses, right? The ellipsis is just the removal of the verb from the deck clause. Okay. Then
Okay.
don't try to make too much sense
All right.
out of their musings. Okay, number 6. I want to give that one, and then I'm going to give you a break. Ho-
Okay.
Hos me no 6. Ta dora,
Tador.
starting ta dora. Go ahead.
Tadora ta para theon anthropos epaideuen theois gar estuon.
Yeah.
That's two
Again,
sentences, right?
beautiful. Don't try to make too much sense of this one.
Okay.
This one, I actually think there's no way to translate this that makes any sense, right?
Oh,
So,
great.
but go
Okay.
ahead.
Um, so I went to the verb epaideuen and I thought it was imperfect, indicative, active. He it were educating.
Okay, epaidewen. What tense?
Um, a third, right?
Tense. No, is it
Oh,
present,
oh,
imperfect, future, aorist,
imperfect.
or perfect? Is it imperfect?
Well, I don't know. I thought so.
Look at the stem. It's from the first principal part. Good.
Yeah.
And it's got a imperfect ending on it. So you're damn straight. Say it with
Okay.
confidence. You're fucking right. That's an imperfect. Go ahead.
Imperfect, indicative, active. He, she, it were educating. Um, the gifts, the God, or oh
Mhm.
wait, so ta dora ta. Uh, it just amplifies the gift, right?
Right, right. The paratheon is just with
For
them.
God.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Those are gifts paratheon. What would gifts paratheon be?
For the God.
Now, para really means to
Pada.
be by the side of.
Oh, by the side
By
of.
the
Oh,
side.
yeah.
Think of this. It's this. It's a
From.
couplet
Hmm.
together. These digits are by each other.
Hmm.
Para really means to be right next to something. But
Okay.
so when you use it in the genitive case, think back
Hmm.
to your diagram. That genitive was kind of showing an out of or away from,
Yeah.
a direction away from. So you're thinking this, two things standing next to each other, and then
Uh-huh.
an away from. So
Okay.
these are ta
Uh,
dora, the gifts that are next to and then away from, coming
okay.
from the gods.
Okay. All right.
Kind kind of weird, no?
Yeah. Um, uh, um, um, dudes. um, Mankind. Right?
Yeah.
Anthropos.
Make Tadora the
Uh,
subject. Make that the subject because as they tell you in the parentheses underneath,
mm-hmm.
one thing that you're supposed to remember from the tiny, tiny notes that were all over the units
Yeah.
is is that your neuter plural subject can take a singular verb. It takes a third person singular. This is a third person singular. So you're right.
Okay.
Your subject is ta dora, ta
Mm-hmm. The
paratheon,
gift.
the
The
gifts
gifts
from the gods.
from
Yeah.
the
hmm
gods
hmm It
of
paidewen.
mankind.
No, make that the
Wait.
object. Make
Okay.
anthropos the object. So the gifts of the gods, epaidewen.
Oh, uh, we're educating the people.
Good. Good. We're educating the people.
Okay.
Good. Right. Again, it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
make much sense, but for that reason, theois ethouon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Theos got Ithuon. Uh, Ithuon is that sacrifice, right?
Good.
So
Good.
it that would be I didn't look at that yet. So it would be would it also be imperfect indicative?
Yes. Yep.
And so then it would be uh um the they sacrificed they were sacrificing for the gods
Almost perfect. Not.
or God, I don't know why I get stuck on the prepositions
Which do you think? Yeah. I mean, you could argue that.
to the gods.
Yeah, it's probably to the gods because you sacrifice two things. That's how they
Yeah.
always use it. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
four, technically, it could be four as well. So, and again, like that sentence doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but the gifts of the gods, they teach humans, but because they sacrifice to the gods, I don't understand. It's just,
Hmm.
I
Oh
think it's
yeah,
not a good,
because so does that gar like
yes.
does that mean also because like, for
It
the reason
it's
that
telling you there is a connection here, and I'm going to
okay,
explain what it is. That's what it does. That's what God is.
okay,
People usually translate that for,
for
right?
yeah,
We
that's
did
what
this
it's
for, but I don't know if for is used so much that way in modern English.
like.
So, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Why did you I don't know what it's trying to say. Whatever. It's not real Greek, right? It's not real Greek.
yeah,
So you're going to get that sensation every once in a while. Okay. Now I want to stop there. Look, we went through the entire review. Where do you feel you are? If I were to tell you, you can either have your exam tonight, right now, after a 10-15 minute break,
uh-huh.
or I can give it to you Friday.
Um,
Which would you, because you may need a day to study for it, or do you think you're ready to take it now?
I mean, I could I could try and fail. Yeah.
Well, see, this is the experimental part of what we're
Okay.
doing
Uh-huh.
is I could give you that exam right now, and I'm pretty sure that you would get an 80% or higher, right? 80% or higher. I'm almost certain. My
Okay.
concern is would you get an A because you don't want to shoot for an 80%. You want to shoot for maxing it out.
Okay.
So, would you like an extra day to do some reading and some review and have your exam tomorrow? Or do you just want to get it out of the way? And if you're at 80%, that's a pass,
Yeah.
right? That's you're able to go on. But I want you to determine what do you want? You gonna take this is like a beast. What do you call that? Beast games or something. Do you
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I kind of just want to get it over with, but well,
you
I
know
mean, yeah, I don't know.
what do the voices in your head say? Let's
To
open
get
it
it
up.
over with, but I'm gonna
I
not
think
do
crack
very well.
I
take a crack at it. Take a crack at it.
I
Oh,
personally think that you should probably maybe take a day to study more. I don't know.
yeah.
That's me. That's me. I don't know.
Oh,
Well, if the test if she fails today, then she can retake it again tomorrow, right, Dom?
Yeah, I suppose there's two exams there anyway, so there's no reason she couldn't do it twice. Yeah, of course. She's not going to fail today. She's not going to fail today. She will get 80% or higher. I can tell just by drilling her, she'll get 80% or higher. But I want all my students to get 90 and up, because they need to be functioning at that really demanding level. You know what I mean? It's okay for Army pogues to get an 80%, but for the Marine Corps, you gotta max out. So
Do it
I'll
twice.
get. I don't mind watching her get an 80%. Not at all. And if you want to use that as a pretest, Maddalena, go
hmm.
ahead. Or you may want to spend your time going over what you know you need to review and the
Okay.
verb forms, all the forms of the verb, the first four principal parts,
Yeah.
the
Uh-huh.
vocabulary, although you're doing marvelously with vocabulary. So I don't have any fears there either.
Okay.
So just take a minute and you know what? Let's take a break. And in
Okay.
10 minutes, we'll come back. Take 10 minutes. Think about it. Consult with the voices and we'll figure out whether or not we're going to go test or no test.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Boom.
If it's
Oh God, I'm
Uh-oh.
early.
Is he back? He's
I'm
back
early.
already?
I'm
Oh,
early.
damn.
Oh God. And guess what? I got to thinking about it, Maddalena. And you know what? I don't want to see you unless you're at 95%. Do you understand? So it's really my decision because I need to make out of the student the instrument of doom, right? So here's what I want you to do. We're going to take your exam when you come back Friday tomorrow.
Hmm.
And now you can take a break because you've been on it. You've been cutting the ice the whole night. So sit down on the sideline, pick up Unit 4, and together
Okay.
you and I are going to start reading through Unit 4.
Okay.
And then when we get bored, we're going to I'll throw in some Bible for you.
Cool.
Or pre-Socratics. First declension nouns are concluded. That's what we've got in Unit 4. Look what we've got on page 87. Look what we've got on page 87. More of these feminine nouns, right? They've
Hmm.
got the nominative singular and the short alpha. Just look below. at the very bottom of the page. Why don't you say these for me? Just read down the column, starting with thalata. Go ahead.
Salata, Musa, um, Gefura, Gefura, Moira.
Yes, and Moira is one of my personal favorites because Moira is fate.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
What are they? Yeah, fantastic. Okay. Anyway, that's not why they're giving her to you here. So don't let me corrupt your brain. Go ahead. Keep reading up and down the columns. Read up. We're going over forms. These are the.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So thalata, thalates, thalate, thalatan.
Okay, now stop. Do something for me. This is strictly just for me.
Okay.
Read those as a Pulaskian.
Oh yes, the
Would read those
thalassa.
with the sigmas, two sigmas. Go ahead.
Thalassa, thalasses, thalasse, thalas, thalat, thalasan.
Nice. Now, why did they switch, man? Why did they drop that? What was in the Athenian ear that they just didn't like that? So they were like, no, we got to have taus there instead of sigmas. Any
Yeah.
ideas?
I don't know. Well, the
Do they just not like hissing or something? It's kind of a hiss, you know?
Yeah, that could be.
I love it. Say Musa for me. Give me those forms.
Second. Musa, Moses, Mose, Musan.
Good. And how about I hate this word because it doesn't sound like, I don't know, it doesn't sound nice to me. Gefura. Right? Stupid
Gefura.
word for bridge. But anyway, skip that one. Say Moira.
Moira,
Uh-huh.
Moiras, Moirai, Moiran.
Uh-huh. And on the next page, if you look at Moirai these are the beginning of the plurals. That's how they're always referring to the fates, right? The Moirai.
Moirai, yeah.
Yeah. And they are the sisters, baby. You gotta love them. Let's see if there's go here real quick to the LSJ, please. Thank you very much. Boom. Boom. Oh God, are we gonna get? Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Go ahead and pull it up. Take a look at some of the deaths. I know you're probably running out of battery and have to redo.
I just plugged my phone in, so.
Okay, cool. Cool. Look at this and just tell me. I want you to peruse this. This is all, this is the goodie of why you're learning this language in the first place. Right?
Yeah.
Oh God, what does it mean? A part? A part as opposed to the whole. You mean fate all comes down to a portion? Does any of that feel good to you?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, maybe not yet, right? Okay, it can be a division of people. Look at that. Division of an army. It can be a political party. So that's interesting. That's how the Euripides, that's how those frickin' Athenians are using it. It's a degree. Well, that makes sense in astronomy, doesn't it, kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at number 2, Roman numeral number 2. A lot, a portion, right? And look what happens in 3. One's portion in life, right? That's meant for you, mostly of ill fortune. Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Notice the concept of divine providence down here.
Yeah.
Right? That's Greek. That's not That's not from, don't mistake that for Christianity. Providence is not a Christian idea. Moira herself is your providence. It's what your life has become, right? That's her gift. I think that's awfully cool. Now, look at number 2 at the top here. It says like moros, which is man's appointed doom, your death. God, before your moiras, right? Pro moiras. Look there on the, again, I'm forcing you to look at Greek. Look at the fourth line down. Pro, there you go. Thanks, Jerry. Pro moiras. Look, you're identifying stuff too. Look, you're both learning. You're like a voice in Maddalena's head. That's funny. Fantastic. Before the appointed time. Before the appointed time. Pro moiras. But look, it starts to take on a certain moral kind of claim, that which is meet and right. And remember, this is not in chronological order. So this is not how the word is developing over time.
Yeah.
Right? When Westhoff said I took the bottom definition because I was messed up in my time, these are not chronic, people. These are not chronic. That which is meet and right goes all the way back to Homer. So respect or esteem. Your fate is your respect. I kind of see that. Right? Oh, God. And then we have Moira. Oh, God. Here she is, goddess of fate. Homer, always. And he gives some examples. Orphic fragments. Notice it's Orphic. So what are you doing? Are we wasting your time? No. What you're doing is you're building vocabulary based upon these references, right? And unless you spend time in a lexicon, you're not going to be a good classical philologist. Notice that we can talk about the Furies.
Yeah.
Right? Those who have bad names, the dysonymous, like the word, right? Anonymous, right? Without the name. This is dysonymous. We don't have this concept in English. Watch this. Let's just play with this one a little bit and we'll get back to 4. Boom. Tell me when you get dysonymous in there. Oh, this is sexy. God, do you have that? Bearing an ill name or hateful? That's somebody who's dysonymous. Right? What else is dysonymous? What else has a bad name? Look at this little word. You wouldn't notice this word unless I pointed it out. Care. Care is a woman. Care is a woman who rips the soul from the body at the time of death. And you know what gets her off? She gets off on that shit. She loves to take your life at your appointed time. Oh, God. And look, if we look up care, you didn't believe me, right? But look. Oh, my God. Who is this? Look at the top of the entry. And you see where it says care, and it's capitalized because it's a lady. Car in the Aeolian. That's nice. Oh, God. But look at it in the genitive, kairos. Kairos. If you want the true root, you're going to get it from the genitive. Look, the Dorians are using it as kares. Look what they do. They take the eta and turn it into an alpha. Kares. Right? Care or the Keres are the goddesses of death. Don't you love that? There aren't men. There's no men goddesses of death. It's ladies. And I love that. And it goes as far back as Homer. So this isn't something new, right? Look who else you can talk about as being that care, right? You can take that death bringer and talk about a person You can talk about the Irenues, the Furies that way. And look at this.
Interesting.
You thought you knew who the Sphinx was. You didn't, right? There she is, that death bringer. Oh God, especially when it's violent. Don't you love this phrase? Because
Yeah.
that's when they use it. Because it's a violent process of ripping a person's soul out. They describe it, and it's like it's a combination of physics and like I don't know, artistic passion or something. I don't know. Death gives you the orgasm, right? Fantastic. Plague and disease. You can talk about plague and disease as that death spirit, death bringer. And you can talk about your pimples as death bringers. God damn those death bringing pimples, right? I mean, come on. Look at how practical, the language is. And if you can really if you can comprehend what I've got in blue right now, the
Mhm.
goddesses, right? The goddess, in
Yeah.
this case, Ger, the goddess of death or doom. She ultimately gives you your Moira, that which is your fate, right? She's the one who gives that. I love that. Oh, God. How do we get to Ger? What do you think? Give me your observations.
I love it. A thonatoio.
The immortals, right? Right? That which is without death. Ah, Thanatos. Oh, God. Who is sexy? Wait, pull this up. Sexy death in Etruscan. Have you seen her? They've got a picture of her. This is going on in Etruria.
Oh, you froze.
Did we just get blasted out of
Oh, you're back.
the universe? Okay, sorry. Lhasa, Veku, Etruscan. I want you to see this because this is being depicted. This woman of death. Oh God, here she is. Here's a nice. Pull that up there and see if they put. See if you can see this, Maddalena. Can't see you. Tell me if you can see this sheet with
Yeah, I can see it.
Lhasa at the top, right?
Lost it. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want you can read this on your own time, but
Oh, okay.
this is her, and she is associated, as you see down here, with the Etruscan goddess of love, Aphrodite, who they called
Yeah.
Turan.
Iran.
Yeah. Isn't
Interesting.
that isn't that gorgeous? Now, why would the goddess of love be some death bringer? Right?
Yeah.
What's that?
That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, what I mean, how is that possible? Go ahead, take it down. How is that possible? They have pictures of her in Etruscan tombs, and she's got like a big hammer. Boom. She brings it down on your head when you die, and that's how your soul is split
Oh,
from your body.
fine.
Did they have a picture of her there with her hammer? She's in there somewhere. Oh, she's got a sword in that one. Here's Lhasa on one back of a mirror. That's pretty simple mirror, but there you go.
Nice.
Right? Oh God. And she's winged. They show her with wings. Usually in the paintings, she has black wings. This is the black Aphrodite. And the closest that you can get to her is the Aphrodite who's on the coast of the Black Sea with Artemis, right?
Yeah.
Artemis there on the Black Sea, Artemis is the huntress who is Aphrodite.
Mm. Wow.
So there is some gorgeousness going on with these
I
concepts.
love that.
Yeah, another Etruscan mirror, it looks like, right? Nice engraved. I've seen better, but there's a nice one. What is that? Oh God, look at them. Look at them. These are mirrors, man. Phew. Okay. Anyway, put the painting. I just want to show her the painting. It's a wall painting. Oh, here's one. Karun. No, she's with Karun, falling the No, it's Karen. Go to another. There's a Lhasa who's got I think she's got an axe and she's absolutely gorgeous. And they're like, look at this death goddess. Okay, anyway, we're wasting Maddalena's time now looking for this. We can look for it later. Okay, let's go back to Unit 4 and just look on page 88. We've got more nouns. These are masculine nouns, right? Masculine nouns with a
Mhm.
nominative singular that looks feminine, right?
Mhm.
We got words like at the bottom of the page, polites. That's a
Police.
citizen. Polites, politu, polite. Look at that. And politane. Wow, new forms. We got Neaneus. Look, we got the young person off to the right. Neaneas, Neaneu, Neanei, Neaneon. And then a vocative that we're not going to bother. Right?
Mhm.
Fantastic. Oh, nice. These are masculine nouns. Fantastic. Beautiful. And then they give the plurals on the next page. And guess what? They look like feminines. Nea neai, nea neon, nea neis, nea neos. Great. That's nothing new for you. You will absorb that. I don't want you thinking about that until class tomorrow after your exam. I want
Okay.
you reviewing. I just want you to see this
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay? Adjectives on page 89. Adjectives. We're going to start getting adjectives. And adjectives have their own declensions. They have their own declensions, their own families, just like nouns do. I want you to tell me, please. You've never thought about this before, but adjectives are really kind of the lazy words. They don't, all they're going to do is tell you whether a noun is white or black or large or small or, you know,
Mhm.
edible or inedible, right? They're just going to describe the nouns. That's all those adjectives are doing.
Okay.
So, after we've learned nouns in the first, verbs in the second and third, we're
Mhm.
now getting to adjectives.
Okay.
All they are is ways of describing. Just look at what some of them mean, and by that go to the vocabulary, and let's just look at a couple of adjectives right at the top, 99. Right at the top, agathos,
Sauce.
agathe, agathon. Look at that. They have that one is what you call a three termination. There's two termination and three termination adjectives. So sometimes what does that mean? Oh God, it's very simple. Sometimes the masculine and feminine form of the adjective look the same. That's all. So you really only have two forms. This one has three where the masculine and the feminine look different. Agathos is the masculine,
Mhm.
agathe is the feminine, and
Yeah.
agathon is the neuter.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense? Like just mentally to you, does that make sense?
Yeah. No.
Good, good. Let me show you one that's only got two forms.
Okay.
Go down to adikos, which is under DK. And why they indent like this, it just really bothers me. I wish they wouldn't have indented. They're just trying
Adipose.
they're just trying to say these are related. These are related words. Okay. So under DK, you see the adjective adikos adikon, right? Meaning
Yeah.
unjust. That's a two termination adjective.
Mhm.
That means it's only going to have two sets of endings. It's not going to have three like the one up top.
Yeah.
Okay. Underneath it, dikaios, dikaia, dikaion is a three termination adjective. Good. It's got three. Its masculine and its feminine are separate. Great. All right. Let's do the most complex, confusing thing on the planet. Are you ready? This is what breaks most people.
Uh,
After the exam, they come
uh-huh.
in tired and they're like, oh, okay, I barely made it. And I'm really happy to be here. And I'm working hard and getting my 90%, but I'm barely here, right? That took a lot to get here. And then all of a
Mhm.
sudden you slap them with conditionals. from, if you just look at the chart that's supposed to summarize these on page 97, just look at the chart that's on page 97.
Uh-huh.
You see how complicated that is at the bottom? We've got six types of conditionals. We've got something called a future more vivid, something a future less vivid, something a present, something past general, present contrafactual. Oh, God. Past contrafactual. How do you even translate this? You have a protasis and an apodosis. What the hell is that?
Ah,
Right? Your protasis is your if clause. Your
okay.
apodosis is your then clause. These are conditionals. If something, then something else.
Nice.
If we go to the store, then we will buy groceries.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
That's it. That's it. It's just conditionals, but they are complex. They all have different forms,
Yeah.
right? You can say, should I go to the store? I would buy something, right? If I had gone to the store, I would have bought something. Those are all different types of conditionals that have different tenses on them, right? Had, would have, that's in the past, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, God, it's going to be so confusing to learn all of these. And they hit you with this right after you've just learned how to use verbs, right? You just basically know how to make a sentence run. And
Yeah.
now they're going to hit you with something super complex. Okay?
Okay.
So I want to warn you, this fourth unit that we're going to go over tomorrow after we do the exam, it's going to be it's going to be a killer. Conditional sentences, when you get to them, just read through it very carefully and realize that you're going to be able to practice them so that you
Yeah.
can learn. Okay.
Okay.
From conditionals, before we get into the chewy meat, I want you to notice that at the end, they just give you, wait, no, I skipped it. This is before. Boom, boom, boom. Agreement of adjectives and nouns. This is on page 92, and I want to read this with you
Okay.
because we absolutely must understand this because
Okay.
this is not just going to apply to adjectives and nouns, but it's also going to apply to participles, all sorts of stuff that we get in the future. Right. So I need you to read this. Read this to me now, the paragraph in English, and then we'll go through the examples.
Okay. Just as the definite article agrees in gender, number, and case with the noun which it modifies, but does not necessarily have an identical ending, so too adjectives agree in gender, number, and case with the nouns which they modify, regardless of any external difference in the form of the endings.
Good. So was that completely and totally transparent? No. Right.
Now,
Let's take a look at the following examples to see what they're talking about, right? Okay, each of the following phrases shows agreement. Tois anthropos,
mhm.
right? Both of those are in the dative plural, right? Both masculine dative plural. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Tois nesois. Both are feminine dative plural, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I even said tois, right? It's not, it's tais,
I
right?
see.
Why? Because they're feminine. Tais doesn't look like nesois. Ice
No.
is an ois, but those are both feminine dative plurals.
Yeah.
And why is that? Because that adjective has to agree with its noun. That's what this is, the agreement. It has to be the same case, number, and gender. Good.
Oh, okay.
Agathe psyche is a good soul, right? And both of those are feminine, nominative, singular, and they both look that way. But then look what happens when you get to axia psyche. Both of those are feminine nominative. They're both feminine nominative, and they're
Mm-hmm.
both singular, right? But they don't look
Yeah.
like it.
No.
Axia doesn't look like psyche. So you have to realize that they still agree in case, number, and gender. So we're all good, right? And then there's the adikos. This is the good one. This is, I think people get this one. Look at adikos psyche. That's
Hmm.
an unjust soul. But adikos looks like it's masculine. Psyche looks like it's obviously feminine.
Yeah.
So these don't really agree in gender, do they? No, they do. Because adikos, adikon is only a two termination
Only for
adjective.
two. Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. You got it. Right. See,
Mhm.
all I do is slow you down, man.
No, no, you're just clarify a lot.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Now, when we're talking about adjectives, we know they have to agree, but we have to know how to use the adjective. And you can talk about positions. So
Mhm.
they give us two. They give us the attributive position and they give us the predicate position. And
Okay.
it's so important that you understand this. An adjective, it says, which modifies a noun and is preceded by an article agreeing with the noun, is
Mhm.
in the attributive position. The three varieties of the attributive position are presented, right? So look at what they've got below. Ho agathos anthropos, the good person, good man, right? What is
Yeah.
it's look how agathos is sandwiched between the article and the noun, right? That's good attributive position. It's telling you I'm coming between the article and the noun, so I am describing the noun. Well, the next one is doing the very same thing. If you list the article twice, you're saying this is an attribute of what's come before it. Ho anthropos, ho agathos. The man. What kind of man? The good man. So it's the same thing. And then look at the third example. Anthropos, ho agathos. That is still in the attributive position because it follows the article. And that article has to be going with anthropos before it, even though they didn't list it twice.
Yeah.
And why aren't they doing this? Why are there three ways? People say, oh, it's just expressive. It's just no, no, no. It's not. It's repetition. It's not expressive at all. It's just three different ways to do the very same thing. So why are they making three different ways to do the same thing? It's due to something, Maddalena, that you and I cannot see, and that's the music. When you put an extra article in, it's a
Mhm.
vowel, so it's a note,
Uh,
right? So sometimes you don't want that note. It sounds different when you repeat the note as to when you only list it the second time. That sounds different. And
mhm.
that's what the Greek is obsessed with. It's the ability to change the sound of the language. So, okay, you're awesome. They would say we're barbarians and we just don't,
Yeah.
we just don't get it. Right.
Yeah.
Good. That's the attributive position. What? Let's learn the predicate position, the other one, right? So look at the second paragraph. No, the first is fine. An adjective which agrees with a noun accompanied by the article, but which itself is not preceded by the article, is in the predicate position. So look at the example. Ho anthropos agathos. It's not in the attributive position. It's not coming between the article and its noun. It's not following the article. So it's a predicate. The man is good, right?
Yeah.
You're going to supply the verb to be that's not there. In English we'd have to have the verb to be there. In the Greek mind it's already there. In this position, when it is not near the article, it is
Uh-huh.
in that position. Look at the second one, agathos ho anthropos. Again, it's not coming between the article and the noun. It's not following the article. So it means the man is good. It doesn't mean the good man. It means the man is good. And finally, ho anthropoi agathoi. Same thing again. The men are good. Notice underneath that they put a little the alternative. Men are good. That's the difference between the specific use of the article, the, and the generic, right?
Yeah.
Right? So a Bible scholar will come along and you now can correct them. When they say Oh, it's ho theos. So it's got to be the God. This is referring to a specific one. You can say, no, no, no. That's how they refer to generic gods too,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And that'll blow somebody like, what's his name? That the Mormon guy. Oh God, Dan McClellan.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
because he made a whole video that was wrong just about how to use the definite article because he didn't know how to use it, right? DuckTales Dan. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry. Say, shut up, old man. Don't give me your. I was mad when we started this evening, but you've made me feel much better. I think I've taken out my frustration on you. Do you mind?
Well, when it pertains to Greek, I don't care.
Oh, yeah. All right. Fantastic. Fantastic. You know, I was mad because that person didn't do Greek and said some stupid things. And now look, you're actually doing Greek, and you know, it's like this is how it should be. Okay.
Right.
Elision is at the end. I don't you, on page 98. The only other substance in this chapter is elision, and that's paragraph 42 on page 98. Right? Look at the first example. What is eliding? They're just removing something. Right? Oh God. Look at pimpete angelus. Right? Well,
Mhm.
what do you have to do between ete and ang? Eteang.
Oh, it's just like the rhythm of how you say it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It
So,
kind of flows better. Do you think it flows better underneath that, where you've elided or taken away the epsilon and then you run them together? So you say pimpetangelus.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Pimpetangelus has a pause. Pimpetangelus doesn't.
Tangos. Pepe
Yeah.
tangos.
Yeah.
Pimsangos.
Mm-hmm. Pimpsangelus. Hoi de anthropoi versus hoi danthropoi.
Okay, yeah.
Which of those do you like better? Would you rather hear hoi de anthropoi or would you rather hear hoi danthropoi?
Voidanthropoi is cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that sounds better too. Hoi danthropoi. Epaideusa homeron versus epaideusa. Look
Why
what
is it changed like that?
look what it did. They took the epsilon off and the tau
Mm-hmm.
interacted with the omicron in homeron, but that omicron is
Oh, that.
aspirated. So the
Okay.
tau, so the tau attracted the aspiration.
Yeah. Wow.
Is that
That's good. Oh, that's stuff.
is that good stuff? I like
Mm-hmm.
that. They call that the attraction. That letter tau can be influenced by the that rough breathing. And there's only a few letters that are influenced by the rough breathing like that. And you learn those over time. It's gorgeous. It's like a I swear to you, Maddalena, there's such a musical element to this language that we're just we're barbarians trying to get it, and you know when we can, we can. When we don't, we don't. Notice at the bottom he says the addition of a new movable where possible avoids elision. So you can say epimpsin angelus, right? But if you didn't have that new there, they're going to want to elide it and say epimsangelus.
Yeah.
So is that why they put the movable new in? Because they want the metrics there to be such that the words are distinct, right? It's a real metrics and rhythm in Mother Greek are like, I mean, it's complicated. The grammarians will argue about how Homer did it exactly, and it's just, you know, amazing, amazing. Okay, here's what I want to do. Next time we're going to test you, and then we're going to, you and I are going to read through conditional sentences, see
Okay.
exactly how to use those conditional sentences. Hopefully, in a way that's simple straightforward, and all you have to do is memorize the chart. So again, it's more memorization. Now,
Yeah.
you've gotten to the point of your first exam. Please tell me how
Mhm.
you're feeling.
I feel like I need to learn the principal parts better and memorize my stuff way more. I have the vocab and the endings down, but understanding, I guess, all the pieces and how they fit together better, I'm gonna have to do that, I guess.
Remember the box that I want you to look at this one. This is one that they told us to outline when I first did this. They were like, "You must learn this." This is on page 19.
Okay.
For the cases, go to
Mhm.
that.
Okay.
Chewy, yeah, do you
I
have it up
see.
there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got it. She's ahead of us. She's always ahead of us. Nominative, right? See, it's the
Mhm.
subject, and then genitive of, dative, to, for, with.
Yeah.
Accusative, direct object, right? It's the direct object of something. And then vocative shows you're addressing someone. So if
Yeah.
you memorize that chart, when
Mhm.
you are translating, I want you to ask yourself, this word is a noun. Okay, fine.
Mhm.
Is it in what case is it in? When you
Yeah.
identify the case, I want your brain to go back to this chart. I want
Yeah.
that chart to kick in and for you to say, okay, this is how I'm going to use this based on this chart. Okay?
Mhm. Yeah.
How's your
Okay.
vocabulary?
Pretty good. I think there's only a
Why?
couple.
Why is your vocabulary better?
Just running it over and over and
Right.
reading.
Are you particularly focusing on vocab or is it just kind of percolating?
It just is, it's all coming about. I
Okay,
mean, I've been practicing in order to be better at recognizing them in the
yeah,
exercises. So,
good, good, fantastic. There's a
yeah.
lot of ways to study vocabulary as you get ready for your exam. Like you said, you need to do the principal parts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You also, unfortunately, you also have to remember like how is para used with different cases or how is
Yeah.
petty used?
Hmm.
Sometimes it means around, sometimes it means about. When you're in the thick of it trying to translate on the exam,
Yeah.
go through any possibilities you may have seen to match that up instead of trying to say, wait a minute, in the genitive it's this. I remember the diagram it was away from.
Hmm.
Go through the possibilities in your head as you're translating.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll slip. Sometimes you get a little slippage as you're translating, and
Hmm.
it's just a matter of figuring out of tweaking the case or
Yeah.
figuring out, it's all going to fit in place.
Hmm.
It's like a puzzle. You just have to put
Yeah.
it together. So I think you already knew that. You've had a good workout tonight, and I think it's fair to call it there. I want you to come back tomorrow when you can be at 95%.
Okay.
Please, the vocabulary is number one. Number two is the morphology that you've been learning. Make sure you can
Yeah.
tell differences in cases. You know
Okay.
what you're doing.
Hmm.
It's a pleasure to work with you because you're one step ahead. So I recognize this is the fifth day will be tomorrow. We should be in unit five and we'll
Hmm.
only be finishing unit four. Maybe I
Yeah.
may push us. Let me start, if it's okay with you, because I'm going to have a Lady Babylon tomorrow. Let
Yeah.
me start at 7:30. That'll give us an hour and a half, right? Okay, let me start at 7:30 if you don't mind.
Um.
You're in mountain
Wait.
time, right?
Yes, I'm sorry, Mountain Time.
So, oh, okay, 9:30. Yeah, my time. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Sounds me.
There we go. Okay, you're hanging in there. I'm going to tell the entire congregation that you are hanging in there
Oh,
with 100%.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. 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 So it can be done. It can be done, and I'm going to hold you up as a model. Okay,
Okay.
make sure tomorrow and do the yeah, it's okay. Do the Maddalena as Joan of Arc because we have to let people know that we're putting somebody through the program, right? So they know. Okay, fantastic. Okay, I will
Mhm.
see you later and get some rest and
Okay.
great.
Thank you.
Talk to you.
See you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Armin.
Thank you, everybody who's there. Thank you for fuck's
Thank
sake.
you. Thank you, Almond.
Thank you,
Yes.
Chewy.
Yeah, thank
And
you, Chewy,
Chewy.
too. Yeah, good point. That was somebody.
Excellent job.
Hang up.
Thank you both.
Hang up.
Always a great
Awesome,
all of
Chewy.
you.
Well
Thanks,
said.
y'all.